Hello, welcome to Microfiche Microphone. I'm Micah, and on this channel we look at microfiche from the past, from old newspapers in the public domain, and we read them and see what we can learn from them. So on this microfiche time capsule, we are looking at a couple of short articles from Kansas Farmer, 1918, 26th of January, and I thought these were really cute. It was one of those stories that you're just like, wow, really? That's adorable. So there are a couple of short articles. The first one is called Boy Sells Cow, and then we have one called Keeps Cow in Town, and another called Girl Gets New Cow. That's adorable, so it's very wholesome. Let's take a look at the articles. So, Boy Sells Cow. Ernest A. Worthington, who has been living in Stanton County, Kansas, almost 40 miles from the railroad, is going to Iberia, Missouri, where his father has bought a farm. Ernest is not yet quite 12 years old, but he became very enthusiastic about the dairy club, and after considerable trouble bought a cow for $100 and started his record October 1. Being so far from the railroad, it has been almost impossible for him to get feed regularly, so his cow has necessarily been fed part of the time on fodder and buffalo grass pasture with no grain. Early in December he wrote as follows: "My father has bought a farm in Missouri, and we will have a sale and sell all our stock here. Can I sell my cow, then go to Missouri and get another, and keep on in the club, or will it close my record when I sell? I would like to take this cow along, but the express is too high. Can I still belong to the club after moving to Missouri?" We wrote Ernest that, while it was a little out of the ordinary to change cows during the year's work, we were so anxious to have him continue in the club that we would allow him to get another cow and continue his record. We felt sure no club member could object. He will necessarily lose 2 or 3 weeks' record before he could possibly get started again. The stock sale came off December 31st, and Ernest wrote us that his cow sold for $99. He had already sold cream and butter amounting to $40, which is not a bad record considering the difficulties he had in getting feed. We hope he will soon be able to get another cow and go on with his club work. Okay, that's adorable, and it's cute that he's like, "Oh, I want to be part of the club. I want to be part of the club." The overarching title is called The Doings of Club Members, so I guess this had to do with that. But it's a cute story. I like cute stories. So good job, Ernest. You just keep working. All right, Keeps Cow in Town. We happen to know some boys who have taken dairy cows to college with them to help pay expenses. Was that a thing in Kansas? Wow. But the Kansas Farmer Dairy Club has a girl member, Hazel Shriver of Linden, who has taken her cow to town, where she is attending high school. Hazel milks her cow and takes care of her before and after school. She also has the distinction of having the only Ayrshire cow in the club. She is a purebred cow with her registered name as Highland Jane, which is a very appropriate name for an Ayrshire. Ayrshire? Since the breed has its origin in the hill country of Scotland. Here are just a few lines from Hazel telling of her work. "I am sending my milk and feed record blanks. My cow has not been giving so much milk for about 2 weeks. She has been having very sore eyes. They are better now. I got some medicine from a veterinarian. I am going to put the calf on skim milk in about a week. It is growing fine. I have no pictures, but I'm still trying to get some. I thought for a while that the dairy club work would be interesting, and now I know it is. I enjoy doing the work." That's cute, also very wholesome, and is absolutely hilarious that she brought her cow with her to high school. I think that many of the country people had to go into town to go to school, and if that was the case for her, she just decided to bring her cow with her. I guess it was her cow, and she decided that she needed to be the one to take care of it. That's very responsible of her. However, it is also a lot of work, so hats off to you. What was her name? Hazel? So, well done, Hazel. Good luck with your studies. All right, Girl Gets New Cow. Emma Mae Lenhart of Hope, Kansas, who lost her cow last summer after she had started the year's record, could not give up the idea of continuing the club work. She had some insurance money and immediately began to search for another cow. She recently bought a purebred Holstein for sale, and her letter which tells about this one, she signs herself a returned club member. I have good news to tell you, she says. Hang on, it's over a page break. There we go. On December 6th, E.S. Engel & Son, proprietors of the Sand Springs Dairy Herd, had a public sale of dairy cows, both high grades and purebreds. We had rather a hard time getting there, but we finally got there. Some of the grades were already sold, and all of the purebred cows were already sold. And all of the purebred cows but 3. The last one of the purebreds sold, I got for $290. Everyone says I got a bargain. My uncle, who has some purebred cows, said I would never get her for $300. At least he said he did not think I would. The Engels put her on a semi-official test last May, and in 180 days she produced 8,060 pounds of milk and 369 pounds of butter. Her name is Alexina Jewel de Call II. I think I should call her Jewel for short. E.S. Engel & Son are going to bring her down on a truck, so the trip will not be hard on her. Also adorable, well done. What's her name? Emma. Well done, Emma, for buying your new cow. It sounds like a very good cow. I'm sure you couldn't buy a cow today for that price, but I just think these kind of cute stories are just adorable. Adorably adorable. And I think I'm going to add one more just because I think it will be fun. New world butter record. The world's record for butter production has again been broken. A.G. Acme of Riverside 2nd, a purebred Holstein cow, produced 1,065.42 pounds of butter fat in 365 days on strictly animal test. This record takes the championship to the Pacific Coast. Oh, now it has 2 G's. So is it Aggie? Aggie Acme was not content to merely break a record. She smashed 3 world's records, 2 of them strictly official. The other was semi-official, one half the time, and strictly official the other half. Her test was completed November 10. The new records are 305 days, 22,092.8 pounds of milk, and 934.37 pounds of butter fat. 365 days, 24,690 pounds of milk, and 1,065.42 pounds of butter fat. Both are strictly official records. Her semi-official butter record for 2 years is 1,941.21 pounds of butter fat. All 3 records were formerly held by the purebred Holstein cow Keystone Beauty Plum Johanna, whose figures as a senior 4-year-old were 1,035.77 pounds of butter fat in a year, 897.1 pounds in 305 days, and 1,922.88 pounds in 2 years. She is still world's champion for her age, both of her year's records being made at less than full age. The present world champion, Aggie Acme of Riverside 2nd, is owned by A.W. Morris & Sons of California. She is a daughter of King Meade of Riverside, sire of 7 daughters and with yearly records. Her dam is Aggie Acme of Riverside, which is also the dam of the record cow's sire, so that Aggie II is a sister to her own father. Butter record, huh? I'm curious as to what the actual record is. Just out of sheer morbid curiosity. Let's see. World record for butter fat. Okay, 3,072 pounds. So that's about twice that much. And a registered Jersey cow owned by Logan and Autumn Courtney of Chouteau, Oklahoma, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, has produced the new world record for butter fat among Jerseys. World butter fat record. Lion Renegade Barb completed a record of 35,716 pounds of milk, 3,072 pounds of fat, and 1,382 pounds of protein in 365 days to become the new world butterfat champion. The 7-year-old matriarch is the breed's first world production champion to be milked by a robot for the duration of her record. She assumes her title from former world champion North Star Hallmark Booty, who produced records of 2,827 pounds of fat in 2007. Barr was read by Lions Jersey of Toledo, Iowa, and this was published on March 27th, 2020. Wow. Now, it's a beautiful cow, but boy, does it have a big udder. I mean, as it has to have if it's going to be a world record producer of milk. That must be just before she was milked that day. But that is crazy. That's a lot. I'm not going to lie. That's a lot. So that's twice as much as they have now. That's interesting. I wonder if they're bred specifically for that, or do we know more like what kind of diet they need, or I'm not sure why it's so much more. But 3,000 pounds of butterfat in a year is so much. And back then, the official world record was 1,065.4. So, and today it is 3,072. So that's quite a huge difference, and I'm not sure what the difference is, if we're measuring more or if the cows actually give more. So anybody who knows more about farming than I do, but I really liked these wholesome stories about cows. I think they're adorable. So a few cute anecdotes about cows, and here you go. I hope that you enjoyed these today, and please like and subscribe below, and I hope to see you in the next video.